Hey, what's going on, Jasper Nation? This is our first time using Zoom webinars, and I'm excited to see how the attendance rate goes. We've been using Demio, but a lot of the requests was, how do we get a really high recording and a really great live experience at the same time? Very hard to do. So we went and got like an enterprise Zoom account. We hit the limit though on what Zoom can do, 1,000 people. It's been 3 seconds and we already have 300 people, so we might end up hitting that. Man, Oliver, we might be in trouble.
I mean, it's good problems to have, right?
Yeah, sweet.
Luckily you got your YouTube channel.
I want to see the comments here. So if you can hear us and see us, give us a thumbs up in the comments. We get some hand raises. That's a cool feature.
Hand raise, I like it.
Okay. And I'm just curious to see, are you all able to comment as well? Thanks for being our guinea pigs here, by the way. Okay. So
cool. So they're coming on the Q&A, which is cool.
It doesn't seem that, oh, okay, it's coming in Q&A.
Yeah, Q&A,
right, it's not chat.
Yeah, chat disabled. So I think, hey, Adam, how's it going, mate?
Okay.
I think you can maybe enable that. I'm not sure.
Sweet. Well, Q&A will work. It's gonna blow up, so I'll just like be in the background during this training and being able to reply when I can. But y'all, let's get into it. This is going to be an awesome training. I have Oliver here with me, one of the co-founders of ConversionWise. You may have known them from their past brand, the Landing Page Guys. They built a lot of fame at that, keynote speaking, huge clientele, becoming the foremost experts in conversion rate optimization. Today, we're going to be really focused here on the e-com use case of Jasper. Everybody here, you're probably already a customer, but if not, we'll get you a free trial later. Most of the time, this is just for customers. So yeah, what we're going to do today is go and create the ultimate Shopify page for conversion. And you can apply this if you're on Magento, WordPress, etc. But the theory still applies. And if you're not in e-com, that's okay too. The principles of conversion rate optimization apply. So I'm going to be thinking from a SaaS mind, like, how am I going to apply what Oliver's about to teach us to SaaS? And then even if you're in info, if you're in e-commerce or any other industry, that's awesome. So
I'm looking forward to seeing your site tomorrow morning. Hopefully we can see some changes.
Yeah, totally. We're going to go through live examples, and throughout the training, if you do have a question, then you can put it in the Q&A. It will be recorded and put on our YouTube channel, so you can go and view this along with past recordings there. And we're also going to give you free gifts. So you'll get a free trial of Jasper if you're not already on it. And Oliver has some great conversion assets for you to download. So with that, Oliver, the show is yours. And feel free to share about your experience as well, because I didn't give you proper justice.
Yeah, of course. No, I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me. I am super excited. I'm here in the UK, so I've had to wait all day till this webinar, and I've been super excited. When you've got a list of things to do, and I was so excited to kind of join this that none of that stuff got done today. So it's good because we've got a value-packed session, and I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. I think we've already set this up. So if everyone could just let me know if they can see my screen. We all good, Austin?
Yeah, you look good.
Perfect.
Hand races too.
Good man. Cool. Perfect. Okay, guys. So just before we jump into the actual workshop itself, and I promise you this is all going to be actionable tips that you can literally implement today to increase the conversion rates on your e-com pages, your lead gen pages, SaaS pages. It doesn't matter, and I'll explain that in a little bit more detail. I just want to give you a little bit of background about exactly who we are. Who is this crazy UK guy on the workshop? Why do I have the authority to teach this? Well, my company is ConversionWise. As Austin said, we actually launched as a company called Landing Page Guys some 10 years ago. I know what you're thinking. I'm a baby-faced UK guy, and I surely haven't had a business for 10 years, but I have. But we've been doing this, like I said, for 10 years. We've been speaking and keynoting all around the world, teaching conversion rate optimization, teaching how you can increase your conversion rates on any vertical, any niche, any platform, any e-com versus lead gen versus SaaS. It doesn't matter. our principles apply. And I'm going to go into a little bit of detail about the method before I actually start building out a landing page today. We've worked with thousands of companies. We're really, really lucky to work with some of the biggest direct response companies in the world. Without name dropping a few of the names that you can see in front of you, but some incredible people as well as Manny Pacquiao, T-Pain, and a few other celebrities. Rob Lowe was a good one as well. We did his skincare brand, which was quite cool. But we've always had this mission in mind, and that is making high conversion rates achievable for anyone. So we'll kind of touch on a little bit more at the end of the workshop, a little special offer that we've got for you that will hopefully enable you to skyrocket your conversion rates. But I want to just explain that method. Now, Austin introed me as someone who has a conversion rate optimization company, and often I have to refer to that as well. But realistically, what we do and what we lean on here at ConversionWise is conversion design. And I just want to give this quick visual and explain before we get into the methods, because this will hopefully make sense once I'm now going through how you build that high converting page. If you take a look at the blue line here, this is what we use to symbolize conversion design, whereas conversion rate optimization is this red line. Typically speaking, and Austin, I think you'll agree with me, conversion rate optimization is when you somewhat rely on guesswork. You might have a bit of a framework, but typically conversion rate optimization is thinking, if I put this element here or this element here, it should convert. I'll drive some traffic. It doesn't. I'll make another test. I'll change the color of the button. I'll move a few things up and down. I'll change the headline. I'll drive more traffic, rely on guesswork, and it should work. And this is what you'll see as a trend. You'll see things will work, things won't work, things will work, things won't work. And it's a long, lengthy process that costs money for ad spend. And often, doesn't always work because you're relying on that guesswork. What we've devised over the last 10 years is almost like a blueprint. We call it internally our conversion rate blueprint. It's basically a checklist that says, if you put these principles in certain orders or in these right places, you are 99% guaranteed to convert out of the gate. So we can take you with what I'm about to show you on this workshop to where you may be within 6 months from day one following our conversion design principles. And that's why I'm super excited to jump into this today. So enough of me chatting about us. Hopefully that's kind of laid the foundations of who we are and what we do. Can I ask a question? Who wants us to build today a crazy high converting e-commerce page? Let's get some yeses in the QA, and we'll jump straight into this.
Oh yeah, for sure. A lot of hand raises.
Cool. I've given Austin a little bit of a preview of this product, but we have been in the lab for the last 24 hours here at ConversionWise, building a revolutionary vitamin product for the male vitamin space. So me and Austin were actually talking before we went live about turning this into a real business. We're getting the shareholders written up and we're going to release our own product. But we have created JasperVit. This is our male multivitamin product. And as Austin said, what we teach on this workshop isn't just applicable to e-commerce. There's lots of principles that you can take across any niche, any product, any vertical, SaaS versus info products versus VSL pages, advertorials, pre-sale, sales pages, lead gen pages, multi-step. My mind explodes because all of these principles are pretty much applicable to all these pages, but we'll focus on this ecom page. We'll focus on JasperVit and our male vitamin product. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go section by section, and I want you to pay very close attention to, first and foremost, the elements that are on each section. Secondly, the order of the sections and the elements, and I'll explain and walk you through, exactly what they are and why they're there. And then thirdly, and most importantly for today, the copy that me and Austin together are going to get ready using Jasper's incredible bit of software.
This is hilarious. I am so down for JasperVit.
We're doing it. We're going to actually drive some traffic to this after and see if we can make some sales. Who knows? In 2 years' time, I could be selling a bit of conversion.
We're looking for influencers.
Austin could be out of Jasper, and we could be launching JasperVit. I see you've already consumed the product, Austin. So it's great to see that you've already been an amazing client of ours.
Photoshopping my stock photos. I see you, John.
Here's you enjoying your JasperVit at a bar. Very, very cool. Here's you in your ice bar. I mean, you take it on holiday with you, and I really do appreciate it. You're an amazing co-founder. So thank you.
Look at this.
So let's start with the above the fold, the hero section, the section that appears as soon as you land on a landing page. And first, like I said, each section, I'm going to talk you through the elements, why they're there and why you need to make sure they are the key crucial elements. And then, like I say, me and Austin are going to get into the copy, and we're actually going to update this live. So again, I'm using Pagefly, which is a Shopify app, to build this page. The only reason, and I don't have preferences, people will ask ClickFunnels versus Pagefly versus WT theme versus Go Higher Level. It doesn't matter to me. We used to be very anti-builders, very anti-softwares. We wanted everything in raw HTML, CSS. These things have evolved. What matters to me is the principles. So anything that's flexible, you can use. So don't get hung up on like, I should be using this software versus this software. Oliver's using Pagefly, therefore I have to use Pagefly. No, I'm using this so I can show you in real time. I can just edit things like product descriptions, etc. In real time, so it makes it a lot easier for us to show you. Right, let's start with above the fold. This section here, there are 5 key principles that you need to have on your landing pages above the fold, and I'm going to walk you through them. We're going to start with here. Number 1 is a nice image or videos. And I promised to tell you what those images should be, and I'm going to walk you through them now. And we've got Austin, our amazing co-founder and model of Jasperbit, who's kindly gone out and shot these photos to show us the differences in the product photos that you should have. First and foremost, you should have a high definition quality picture of your product. That's typically what we lead with when it comes to e-com. It's this high definition quality picture of your product. So if I zoom in now, this is a lovely picture of our bottle. We can clearly see what the product is. The names here, the logos here, we're saying we've got 60 capsules and we can see exactly what that product is. We've got that high definition product. The other images that you need, and often this is a mistake that people make because they put them lower down the page, but the other images that you need above the fold in order for this convert higher is you need, yes, you need a professionally shot picture if you can. So you don't have to go out and break the bank and get models, you know, a beautiful young man like Austin to take your pictures with your product, but it does help if you can afford to and you can have access to get some nice product shots like this. It really does help. So that's the kind of second type of image you want. But more importantly, and the one that most people forget above the fold, is UGC, so user generated content. It's a picture of someone like this with their iPhone taking a picture of themselves with your product. That picture right there, although it's not the leading image, is the image that is going to actually get someone hooked in. And we talk about user psychology all the time, and I'll talk about it a lot during this workshop, but it's this image that most people relate to. Now, I might not be as good looking as Austin is, but I look at Austin there and I think, do you know what? He's just a normal guy like me. He's in his pub. He's got his vitamins. Therefore, I can see myself, visualize myself with that product because it's in a real world scenario. And therefore, I would like to buy this product. So this is one image, like I say, that a lot of people negate and don't put above the fold that should be in your image slider first and foremost. Okay. Again, a nice little image. It's not a professionally shot. Well, forgive me if it is.
Jasper Vitamins definitely works better in negative 32 degrees.
There you go. There you go. It really enhances, it runs through your blood quicker or something like that. So that's the first element. First element is images. Really, really powerful. Okay. The second element is a very clear value proposition. And in a second, once I've explained this, me and Austin will switch to Jasper and we'll actually get some content written to replace what we have on this. And this is the exciting thing about this workshop. We're going to do it in live time for you, but it's a very clear value proposition. It's telling the consumer exactly what they're getting and the benefit of purchasing. Again, a lot of people go feature heavy here. Yes, if you're buying media via Google, you obviously need that product keyword within the name. But if you can, and you're buying media via Facebook, TikTok, etc., try and get creative with your product titles and make it more emotive and benefit driven as a value proposition. There's a stat that says something you have like between 1 and 3 seconds for someone to read your value prop and it to be strong enough in order for them to stick on the page or scroll down above your fold. So you really need to nail that headline, and we'll do that shortly in Jasper. The third thing is a very strong call to action. And I'm going to talk to call to actions as we go through the page. But having a call to action that doesn't stand out, that is the same colors as your brand colors, isn't going to get clicked. So rule number 1 of call to actions, it's nice. Everyone wants to try and keep within their brand colors and their palette and keep everything on brand. Say, for example, if my logo is pink, I want a pink button. However, if you are looking for sales and conversions, make it stand out, make it the opposite. Amazon orange wins, and a vibrant green does really, really well as well, because people associate with Amazon. It's all user psychology. So make sure that button stands out. And I'll go into a little bit more about call to action shortly. The other things that you desperately need above the fold are social proof. So that's easily done with a graphic like this. This is an image, guys. And spoiler alert, at the end of the workshop, I'm going to give you access for free to download every single element that's on this landing page. So all of these images and stuff, so you can just drop them into your page.
Awesome.
But this is just an image. You know, I get frustrated when people say, you know, I need a developer, or I can't add that to my page. I've done this within seconds on the back end of Pagefly, just via dropping in a plain image. I'm going to give you this image, but we need social proof. Trustpilot is great because most people associate with it. Google reviews is good, but having something there above the fold that says that people have used and reviewed this product is going to help sell this product. And notice how we don't just have the stars. Okay, again, this is a big mistake that people make. They just have the stars. We get more emotive with it. We get more descriptive with it. We say rated 4.9 out of 5. 5.5 out of 5, by the way, is unbelievable. Don't use it. People don't believe it. So 4.8 or 4.9 out of 5 by hundreds of happy customers. See how much harder that hits than just having 5 out of 5. Like it just doesn't add up. Okay, these are the simple things that you can do, and every one of these things moves the needle. Okay,
do you like hyperlink that to your Trustpilot page section, or do you have it like scroll down to the review section?
Yeah, great question. So if you're going to hyperlink it, scroll down to the review section, and we'll kind of look at that review section shortly. But you never ever want to link anything out from your page, because all it is a traffic leak. It's a distraction. If you do want to serve something, put it in an iframe or a modal. Just have it pop out on the page. I mean, we've even got so geeky that even our terms and condition modals, terms and condition pages are served in modals, because we don't want people to get used to clicking away from our page. So it's really important people keep people on your page. So number, I think that was 4, is social proof. And last but not least is trust. Having some form of trust above the fold or within that first scroll is crucial. So what can we do to pull out trust? Well, first and foremost, by all of our buy buttons, we need payment seals. And this sounds really stupid. A lot of things that I'll say, by the way, guys, aren't rocket science. They're very simple. They sound stupid, but trust me, they work. Like I say, we've been doing this for 10 years, thousands of clients, generated millions of dollars of revenue for our clients. These things work. So having payment seals by buy buttons, and the reason is, again, it's all of a subconscious psychological thing that I come on your page and I see these brands that I know and associate with. Me and Austin know Amex, we know Apple Pay, we know Visa. And psychologically, what happens is subconsciously, I associate with these brands that trust your brand, so therefore I trust you. So it's a super easy thing that anyone can do. It's just a flat image. Again, I'm giving you that access to download this at the end of the workshop, but it's a flat image you can add to your buy buttons. Again, another form of trust just below the fold, and we'll get into the copy in 2 seconds, is as recommended by. Now, I would love it if, you know, mine and Austin's Jasper Vitt was recommended by Entrepreneur Force Inc. But within your market and within your niche, if you're featured in any blogs, if you're on any podcasts, if a YouTuber has reviewed you, if an influencer has posted you on Facebook, on Instagram, grab their logo, even if, and you know, this is a bit strange to say, but even if they don't have 100,000 reviews, even if they just have 100 reviews and you post their followers, sorry, and you post their logo, 9 times out of 10, people won't even click through or don't even Google who that person is. They just see that someone's trusted you. So it's just another tick. All we're trying to do all the time is tick, 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 tick. Okay. So having,
so I could back this up, by the way, Oliver. So I've spoken at a couple conferences as well on the subject of social proof. And there are 7 forms of social proof. You've already tackled a few of them. And each one of these does increase conversion rates, and not by just a little bit. Like, you can do, if you start to stack them, it really gets overwhelming. And this could be like your core strategy if you wanted. and win. And in
Yeah.
fact, we actually launched Jasper on this philosophy. So you have user generated content. That's one form of social proof. You have ratings, which is a form of social proof. You have reviews, which is a different kind, similar but different. Third-party credibility,
Yeah.
which is the as featured by. The third-party like logos there, I wouldn't necessarily say is like social proof. It's more just like
It's trust.
credibility.
Yeah.
Trust.
Credibility and trust. Absolutely.
But yeah, so there's like a few more. You guys can go and like research that. But yeah, I just want to like say everything you're saying here. Like I have a lot of data that backs this up as well.
Amazing. Cool. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen so I can log into the back end of Shopify so we can access this product description, and let's start jumping into some copy. So Austin, the first thing I would love you to do inside Jasper is take this male vitamin product and generate me 3 benefit-driven product statements. So what I need is three short statements of why a male vitamin is going to benefit me, not necessarily the features, but the benefits of taking a male vitamin. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great. So let me share my screen here, and you're gonna get to learn how to use Jasper a little bit better today. So
amazing.
There's an e-commerce tab here that has all types of great features, and you only need the starter plan for everything that we're going to cover today. So there is, let's see, it's not, oh, here it is, feature to benefit.
Amazing.
So most people sell the steak and they don't sell the sizzle. We know this saying, but it's like, it roots so true. Especially builders and more like technical founders, they will talk all about the features, but they won't actually cross the chasm to benefits and how does it actually impact your daily life. So that's why we built this feature to benefit bridge. And so we're going to describe the product. Jasper Vit is a male multi vitamin. And
you're probably going to see my face light up a lot during this workshop, by the way, because my co-founder Andy is like the major geeky one. Like he's a brilliant mind, and he's great at kind of diving into these softwares and stuff. And he's had access to Jasper, and we use it internally for a long time. But he was kind of showing me some of the things that you can do on Jasper yesterday. And I was literally like, my jaw was like dropping. I was like, how is this thing even doing this? Like when it starts auto writing and stuff, I'm like, this is blowing my mind. This is crazy. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Totally. So let's say that you have an e-commerce product and your manufacturing company gives you just all of the raw ingredients, and it gives you like what's included in it. How do you go from like L-theanine, for example, is a commonly included ingredient in vitamins? How do you go from like L-theanine to how it impacts your life? Well, L-theanine actually calms you down and helps gives you clarity of thought. Ooh. So that's like an example of what we're looking for. Just to save some time, I thought I'd like go and get some other existing thing. So perfect. I'm just gonna pull this over, and this is everything that Jasper Vit does.
Nice.
Now for our tone of voice, let's go with clever. Okay, we're doing it in English today. Great. Now again, I'm like going so raw at this, but so cool. All the vitamins and minerals you need to support your health. Gummy vitamins are organic and great taste. Feel good with what you're putting in your body. So that's the one. This is what we're looking for.
Right.
Delicious treat that's also good for you.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to cherry pick the things we like. So Jasper, thank you for being my brainstorming buddy. And we're going to, that's why I like to put 3 outputs here. So I'm going to cherry pick what I like. On the go. So that's a daily life thing. convenience. So we went from being, just the feature of it's a gummy or a capsule to it's a convenient item that you can take with on the go. So it's the perfect travel companion for staying to having a healthy heart or something like that. It's a delicious treat that's actually good for you. That's a good one too, because it overcomes a concern. A lot of the concerns are vitamins taste awful. And so yeah, like we want to include things like that. And then nourish your body. This is something I want. And then with the certified third-party credibility, organic, a feature,
Nice.
ingredients. So yeah, like pretty cool. I'm just gonna get a couple of these and send them to you in chat.
Perfect. I can then paste them into the page and we can start building out this page. Right, if I can share my screen again, I cannot show screen. Okay.
Yeah, gotcha.
Perfect. Cool. Right, so let's start adding these into our page. Just a quick note on the copy when it comes to this section. Austin hit the nail on the head. Often we're guilty of it, and I am guilty of it. Everyone's been guilty of it, I'm sure, in this webinar. When you create a product, a software, a service, you constantly want to talk about the bells and whistles of that product. We are better than them because we do this. We built the 700 megapixel this. We feature. People who come to your landing pages do not care about those features first and foremost. All they really care about is the transformation and how it's going to benefit them. So these kind of copy is bang on, because what it's telling me is it's not talking about, we could have led with things like, all about the actual features and the ingredients of the product, but instead we're just leading with things that are actually going to be a benefit to the consumer. And this is what people want to hear. So we're going to fill this out. Give me with the formatting. So just one more if I can.
All right, I'm going to find one for you.
Perfect. Thank you. So we've got nourish your body with certified organic ingredients. Like Austin said, that kind of hits 2 points. You're nourishing your body. That's the benefit of these vitamins. Okay. Instead of just going on about the organic, we're telling them what's the intrinsic value of it being organic. It's that it's nourishing. That's the benefit. Feel good about what you're putting in your body. That's a really great one.
I like this one that just got put in. It was like, feel like a superhero with the strength of 9 organic fruits behind you.
I love that.
Jasper, you've outdone yourself today.
Just a bit. We have 9 organic fruits. What a delight. What a product we are creating. Cool. So let's go ahead and hit save. You guys can see my screen, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. So let's go and hit save and we'll refresh that. And all of a sudden we have these nice benefit-driven bullet points here above the fold. Now, again, a big mistake that we see is people put this in paragraph form. And what happens with paragraphs is they don't get read. Okay, so we need a really kind of visual, and that's why I love using emojis, because they draw attention, but we really need to draw attention and hit hard with bullet points. Okay, so if I was going to get a little bit picky, I would kind of put the font down a little bit. But another thing that you can do as well is you can bold those keywords. So I'm just going to do that now. So feel good. Okay, that's what we want to do. We feel like a superhero, organic. Okay, so bolding those keywords are really going to make them stand out as well. And this is how you can increase your conversions as well. So let's have a look again. We'll refresh this page. Boom, perfect. So all of a sudden, like I said, if we kind of had time, I was getting a little bit picky with the builder. I would reduce these fonts just so they all appear on one line. So it looks nice and neat, but I think we've got some really great benefits here. The next thing we want to do is have a value proposition for our product. So if we can, again, ask Jasper to do an overriding benefit of our entire product. So what does the product do? What does it achieve? Something around, feeling good, etc. That would be great as well.
Yeah, sure. So now I'm going to go and do the product descriptions here.
Nice.
Cool. Jasper Vitt. Okay. And clever. So remember, y'all, the better your input, the better Jasper's output. Just like an assistant, if y'all have ever hired someone, you can't just like give them a headline and they go and do it. you actually got to give them a little bit of direction for them to accurately do what you're looking for them to do. So give Jasper as much
This thing
context
is
as
so
possible here. And the better you do here, the better directions, Jasper will create some amazing copy for you. Now, let's see.
If we can you limit the characters and stuff like that?
No, we can't limit the characters,
just pull
but
it
the
out.
training model here is to produce one paragraph.
Got it.
And we've actually been feeding Jasper really good examples of high converting product descriptions.
Nice.
So that's what it's learning from, applying what it's read here about your product, and then also what it's read about from the internet, and applying everything it knows. So sometimes you'll even see facts about your product that you didn't even know you had.
That's crazy.
For the benefits and the detriment of it too. So, make sure that you fact check this, because sometimes you have created something unique that Jasper has gone and read, a lot about your industry before, and it's pulling in some knowledge about that, but it might not be articulate to your product. So just make sure you fact check this before you copy and paste it onto your page. Cool.
Very, very cool. So if we can pull out maybe a paragraph or a sentence out of this, that would be really, really useful.
Yeah. So I'm not sure actually if our vitamin is vegan, but this says it's vegan and kosher.
100% it is. Of course it is.
Of course. Right. So, in this example, I probably would remove the call to action because we're on the product page already. But totally you can use this on, an email copy or something like that. It doesn't know where you're putting this. So we can just do that.
Perfect.
All right, there you go.
Cool. Looking for it's good for you. Look no further than Jasper Vit. Cool. I'm just going to pull that top bit for now because it will fit into our page.
And we're doing this right now on Shopify. But specifically, if you are selling your products on Amazon, I would recommend using our Amazon templates. We contracted with an Amazon copywriting expert to build these templates together. So that's what we've done for basically all of our examples. If we were like, hey, who's the #1 copywriter in this niche? And we're going to go and work with them on training our AI to be the single best at creating high converting copy for that use case. So when you look at all of these examples here, they're very well thought through. So that's why, and it's going to export into a frame that's relevant for Amazon specifically.
Amazing. Cool. Right. Let me share my screen. We'll put this one in. So we'll go into the back end within Pagefly, my builder here. And I'm just going to add this product description here. So if I go here, boom. Okay. So I've just done that. I'll save this. I'm not going to publish it every time. We'll kind of go through this and build some more out because it might take a while to publish. So we'll kind of go through the page a bit more. We'll add some more copy. But I think the most important thing above the fold, as I said, are those 5 principles. And then when it comes to copy, leading with your benefits. There should be nothing really about a feature above the fold. When it comes to your bullet points of your copy as well, sounds really weird, but odd numbers convert better than even. So go 3 or 5. I typically like 3 because we don't want to push the real estate of everything below the fold. So keeping everything above the fold, that's why I go with 3. And that's why if I had the time, I'd kind of put these all on one line. Keeping everything up above the fold will convert better. But let's
now, Oliver, I have a question here about your title.
Of course, please do. Yeah.
So Jasper Vit, that's the title right there. If you ever look on Amazon, and it's a different game doing D2C versus, a retail space, but these products on Amazon are keyword packed. And this here is just like straight up what it is.
Yep.
I'm curious, how do you approach titles for a D2C e-com brand?
So that's thank you for reminding me, because that's what I mentioned earlier on. Is if, say, for example, you're driving media via Google and Google Shop, they need that product title. Whereas if not, I would definitely recommend utilizing the product title, but within a value proposition headline. So let's just come up with one on the spot for Jasper Vit. So this is Jaspervit. It's a multivitamin. It's going to make us, we always need to think of the transformation. What is the end goal of our vitamins? They're going to make us feel better and generally have a better life. So,
so
we
let's go for
yeah.
let's have a niche here. We already have male, but that's not far enough. Let's say it's like the father's favorite multivitamin for longevity.
You're putting my spelling on the spot now.
Well, you have a U in favorite. So no, isn't that like the way that you spell it in UK?
Yeah, maybe in the UK. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Now we really are putting it to the test.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's update this. Let's publish what we've done on here in the background as well, just so we can get it updated above the fold. And then I think our kind of above the fold is pretty much there. Another thing that really works well on headlines as well is mentioning numbers. So we could do something like join 300 plus fathers. Yeah, it may not go with that, but like if you can try and get like a number in there, it goes really well.
Or
as
how
well.
about yeah, like the nine organic fruits behind you, like father's favorite multivitamin with the 9 fruits for longevity. But I see what you're doing there. Yes.
Yeah, you
and
kind of putting that number in works some really well. But here we go. So father's favorite multivitamin for longevity. Then we have our benefit-driven bullet points down the fold. We have all those key elements. Just to reiterate, we have a nice image with those 3 to 4 different styles of images. We have a clear value proposition. We have social proof with this. Just it's a simple image. We have trust with this this payment seal and here, and we have a very strong call to action. Just the last point on above the fold, having some form of urgency or scarcity will help increase your conversion. So this again is a simple image that I'm going to give you at the end of the workshop that you can just drop in. Having something like this or a pulsing little green icon that says in stock or an amber one that says low in stock, these things really do increase your conversion rates. And again, I want to reiterate, it's not rocket science. This stuff is not hard. It's just putting things in the right places on your pages. And honestly, it's laziness that's keeping you from doing this. Like these things are so easy to do. So yeah, I just want to encourage people to do it.
I'm going to take over real quick.
Yeah, of course.
So I forgot about this one. The perfect headline. This is one that we've trained Jasper on a lot as well. So I just like threw in our product description. This is really great. And it's also really cool for just like coming up with.
That's amazing. You can put the avatar in. That's
the
so
perfect
cool.
Father's Day gift. Get your dad the best. Like that's so cool. Okay, the best tasting, healthiest gummy vitamins for father. Like that nailed it. So
yeah, copy me that one. Let's change it to that. I like that a lot.
Cool. So we'll change it to that. And then I also wanted to bring up at this stage, you are still trying to figure out how do you sell your thing. So one sec here. So you're trying to figure out how to sell it. One of the best ways to discover how to sell your thing is the marketing angles.
Okay.
So I'm going to use fatherhood as a tone of voice. You know, what's cool about tone of voice is you could also put a tone of voice of a brand name that's already existing that you're like, I really like the way that they write. You could also do it in the tone of voice of someone famous. You could do it in the tone of voice of like an energy or a mood. So you could do like fatherhood and clever.
This would be great for marketing angles for landing pages as well, because what you want to do, everyone has their kind of default generic store, for example, like we're building now. And yes, our product is a male multivitamin, so it caters towards fathers, but you might then want to niche down. You might want to, you know, target fathers in the army, for example. You might want to, you know, target different types of demographics within fatherhood. So having this spit out content and then generating niche specific pages to target on things like Facebook is going to be super powerful as well. So this is an amazing bit.
No doubt. Here we go. Okay, cool. So what I like about this is Jasper's trained on this one to try and reach for new ideas on ways like to slice the pie. So you get here healthy benefits via a gummy packed with nutrients for men over 40. Interesting.
Nice.
This is focused on like all of the niche audiences, vegan, gluten-free, and kosher.
Let's use this on our next section, Austin, because we've got a section coming up now where we need some real key benefit-driven statements just like this. So this is perfect. If you can copy some of these over, and I'll explain if that's
okay.
Cool.
We'll just go with this, and if you like something, go ahead and favorite it so you can save it for later.
Ah, cool, perfect.
But okay, so we'll chat here. Sending you this one.
Perfect.
And yeah, this is really cool. I actually, whenever I'm going into a new project or a campaign, I normally start with the marketing angles because it creates gold.
Cool. If I can, yeah, there we go. Perfect. So I'll talk you through the next section. So this, we utilize these here, and we'll get to this quickly, but this next section in your landing page is super, super important. Again, one that people typically forget. Okay, so people typically don't have this section on the page. And this is one of the most important sections we have. So this is explaining how they, we've already above the fold, we told them the product, we told them the value proposition, we've explained in bullet points quickly the benefits, but now we need to explain to them in layman's terms how they actually get that perceived benefit. Because I always say this, you need to treat people on their landing pages like they're free. You need to hold their hand and walk them through the exact journey. So we need to tell them in 3 simple steps how they order your product, service, software, it doesn't matter, and then how they end up benefiting from your product at the end. Number 3 on this list is always the most important, okay? This is always the most important one. So we need to tell them that you need to purchase the product. Then we'll mention something here about, and I don't know if Jasper can do this for us, but if not, we'll fill it in. But step 2 is something about the delivery. So how quickly we ship their product and they receive it. And then step number 3 is that ultimate benefit. So for us, it's something that explains, I will take Jasper Vit and within 2 weeks, I will be feeling healthier and living a new, fresh life, something like that. So it's that transformation that we always bang on about. It's 1, 2, 3, okay? Ordering, delivering, and benefiting, the outcome. What is that ultimate transformation? And this is a section that's so important that a lot of people forget. Could we generate some of this in Jasper, or should we fill this one in?
Yeah, we would have to go one by one. And there's some comments referencing back to the title here. And so let's roll up real quick to the top. So father's favorite multivitamin for longevity. Probably what I would have updated that to is Jasper Vit :
Yes, sorry, correct. Yeah, because you want your product in there. So something like this. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, cool. Thanks for the call out, y'all. So yeah, sounds good. So we got our headline, description, 3 benefits, social validation. Okay, cool. So now in this section here, first we're going to talk about purchasing. Is that right?
Yeah. So step 1 is the type. I'll kind of fill the titles in, and maybe we can do the description if Jasper can do it. I'm not sure if you can do everything that I'm going to pull out, but I know it can do most of it. So step 1 would be something like order instantly today. So we're just explaining to them exactly how they get it. So what, again, I know this is quite generic. It's like, click order. I don't know if Jasper can do this. If not, maybe we'll go to the section below with the benefits and where we'll get some real value from Jasper. But on this section, I would just put something like simply click the add to cart button and check out securely. So, buzzwords today to get your order in progress. We use progress. Again, I'm just thinking of this on the spot, but this is the kind of the 3 steps that you want to do. Step 2 should be about your delivery. So like convenience. This is all about like how they get your product. So it's like So we've ordered instantly today. We ship within 24 hours. So putting a timestamp to that, because people always want to get your product as soon as possible. Don't promise things you can't deliver, but this is where you want to mention that kind of timestamp. So within 12 hours, happy wear.
So it's giving you expectations for after purchase, you know, it's on its way, free shipping, like all those details of what's next if they were to take action today.
So within 12 hours, our happy warehouse staff will pack your vitamins and ship them securely to your address. So it's all about convenience. It's all about how they're going to get it and how quickly they're going to get it. And then this step 3 is the most important step. So this is the benefit or the outcome of the transformation. So it's not receive your product. See how boring that is? It's what's the outcome. So for vitamins, it's live a healthier life. Okay, so that's the 1, 2, 3. So order, ship, live that healthier life. That's the transformation. We're doing it in one snapshot, very clearly on a page. So this would be something like, again, like coming up with content on the spot isn't the easiest, but
it's not the easiest. So that's where we're gonna have Jasper.
That's why we have Jasper. Exactly. There we go.
So we got this one. This is a really cool template called the before after bridge framework. Okay. You might have been seen it before, called the BAB. If you're in the copywriting world, and let's generate some copy.
This is cool.
So it's basically trying to figure out like a story arc of before you had vitamins, now after vitamins, and then your product is the bridge. You want to give your kids the best, and that includes vitamins. You don't want to give, you don't want them to hate taking them. So you're looking for a gummy vitamin that they'll love. Now it's going for fathers here, but it's putting it in the perspective that it's for the kids. Right. So maybe we need to like run it again and give more context to Jasper that this is a vitamin taken by fathers.
Right.
But anyway, it's still cool. It came up with this. It looks like it's doing it all 3 times as like it's about the kid's perspective. So maybe I'll be like multi for fathers to increase longevity. Cool. Let's see how that changes. So again, better directions to Jasper creates better outputs.
Andy was showing me yesterday the way you have the page open and you can like give it feedback, and I think that's just absolutely crazy.
When we go into boss mode, that's pretty
boss
cool.
mode. That's it. Boss mode. That's absolutely crazy. It's so powerful.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, this is in better perspective here. This is funny. You want a vitamin that tastes good. Don't want to sacrifice your taste buds. Yeah, so it's bringing like a little bit of cleverness into it. It's not like outright funny, but you're like, okay, smirk on my face. And then cool. So the bridge is there. Great. But all the other options out there are too sugary or not organic. Like,
nice.
That's, it's addressing that they've been facing problems. The current market isn't giving them what they want before. Where have you gone before? You're looking for this, but all of you found is this, and that's unfortunate. That's what it's saying in the before section. In the after, it introduces your product. It introduces why you like it, why it makes it great, and then overcoming here at the end of this sentence, like some of those details that are important for certain audiences. And then the bridge is like you buying it today. They're perfect for men over 40 who want to get the most out of the multivitamin. So is this what you're looking for in that third section?
Yeah, essentially, yes. I've just typed something up myself just to kind of move this forward. But yeah, essentially, it's that kind of like you say, it's that ultimate goal. So if I just share my screen, I'll show you what I kind of typed up, and then we can kind of carry on. So if I refresh this page now, I published it. So again, I would neaten this up if I had time, but it's that 1, 2, 3 steps. So it's order instantly today. Simply click add to cart and check out securely. So using buzzwords like securely, safely, etc., is really going to help increase that conversion rates. We ship within 24 hours. Within 12 hours, a happy warehouse staff will pick your vitamins and ship them securely to your address. Now, this is the most important one, like I said. Jasper, I'm sure, will come up with a better one, but live healthier life. So live a happier and healthier life and enjoy valuable time with your children. Putting things like children in there really tugs on those heartstrings and makes it more emotive. And that's essentially really what we want to do. So let's go from the top. We've had this nice value proposition. We've got a product description. We've got 3 benefit-driven phrases here above the fold. We then go into that whole transformation, how they order it, when it ships, and what the benefit of the shipping is. So this is the transformational piece. And now we're going to lead with benefits. Again, I know I'm talking a lot about benefits. There is a feature section, don't worry, but we still haven't hit them hard enough with the benefits. And just for those of you who are interested in frameworks, I know that I think just Austin, you've done a kind of bit of a workshop maybe on YouTube about the AIDA framework before, but this is following the AIDA principle. So above the fold, we want to get their attention. The next section is all about interest. So we pique their interest by telling them the transformation. Then we tell them the benefit of the product, and then we can go into features. So don't worry, we're going to go into features. But for now, if you can draw me up 4 benefits about our vitamin product that we can input in this section, that would be super, super helpful.
Yeah, cool. So I'm just right now referencing what we've already done with that feature to benefit section.
Perfect. Cool.
So
if we can copy some over, that'd be great. If you put them in the chat, that'd be great.
Yeah. So let's do you prioritize however you feel is like going to be best.
Perfect.
But one is that it tastes good. I think that should probably be the 4th one. The first one should probably be that it then there's one nutrients on the go. That's for convenience as a benefit. Nice. I think that's probably not like a headline one. So the very first one should probably be like a home run. Maybe like all the vitamins and minerals your body needs in one delicious gummy.
Very cool.
And then, so I like the one that's like, that's a features, the 9 fruits.
But again,
maybe it's like simple ingredients that you can pronounce.
That's cool. I like that.
I'm a retired copywriter. I let my robot do it for me nowadays, but once upon a time.
That's very cool. If you can, copy that, paste that 4th one over, we'll paste it in.
Now, I know that we have a bunch of people live with us right now. And yes, there will be a recording. Going along with this training, I'll follow up with the replay. And then you'll also get, if you're not already, which you probably are, 10,000 free credits to try Jasper for the first time of the free trial. And then Oliver, you are going to be able to give people access to this.
Yes, we're gonna include all the swipe files, all the little graphics that we include, the social proof, the selling fast icons, etc. And we have a little gift to give away at the end as well. So yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Cool. So do we have a 4th benefit that you can paste, please?
Let's see. So let's do
and just to touch, once you find that one, just to touch on this headline here. Again, this should be benefit driven. I know I sound like a robot and like I'm repeating myself, but don't just put the title as benefits of Jaspervit. We want to reiterate the benefits. So it's again, it's about that end goal. It's living a healthier life. It's enjoying time with our children. It's something like that. So it's be a better father and healthier person with Jaspervit. So it's always about that perceived outcome. It's always about that end goal. Now, typically this in most spaces, it's about time, money, convenience, but also, you know, things like health and wellness in this space as well is going to be massive.
Let's do filling in the gaps. So I'm just coming up with this off the top of my head, but
Yep.
like this benefit here should be everything you don't get in your normal diet,
Day to day, let's do that.
in your day-to-day diet. Yeah. And this is just for selling supplements, right? But like how are they, what are they solving for? They're solving for I eat pizza and hamburgers, like, and I don't get my veggies. Like,
Right.
as a father, I know I need a vitamin, and so here I am, like, looking at this product.
Love it. Cool. So we have our above the fold. We now have our transformation with those 3 easy steps. And we have these really hard hitting, thanks to Jasper, benefits about the product. Now, obviously, if we have time, we can go and then fill in these sub headings about that go into a bit more detail about the benefit. And these ones can be feature led. So you can mention the features of the benefit, if this makes sense, in these kind of sub headlines, but never ever lead that headline as a feature. You shouldn't do it the other way around. Now, as we scroll down, you'll notice we now have another call to action. So we have another call to action button, but it's these call to action buffers, we call them buffers, or padding around the call to action that are going to get them clicked. And notice how we do this wherever we have a call to action. This is another big mistake people make. They have these repeated call to actions, but they don't repeat their social proof, and they don't repeat their trust. So every time you think of having a call to action, think about social proof, think about trust, and put them beside them. So you'll notice we have these 5 stars, just a simple, really simple image that we dragged in. Again, you might want to reuse this Trustpilot one above the fold, but I just wanted to give you a few examples of what social proof looks like. And then these payment seals, again, we have trust to buffer our button. And we've actually had people, and I'm not even joking, that have said they've like increased their conversion rates by 50, 60% just via adding these buffers next to their buttons. Their click-through rates have gone through the roof. So it's really, really important to do so. Right, let's go down to the feature side of this, and let's rely on Jasper. I'm pretty sure it can work its magic for us here. And Austin, what we want to do here is we want to somehow, if we can, input these ingredients and have Jasper tell us why these ingredients matter, what they do for us, why they benefit us inside our vitamin. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. So I'm going on the fly with this one, but I'm going to do the feature to benefit as well. So
cool.
Just the mineral, it's awful. Iron. And I'm going to say, well, yeah, actually, what I'm going to do, this is cool. Y'all have not seen this probably. Commands.
An exclusive.
This is a beta 1 right now.
Commands, okay.
So I'm literally just going to speak to Jasper directly. I'm commanding him. Write the benefits of iron. Let's see what he does. So remember, Jasper's read the internet, and so it knows about all of this. Sure, you can go and fact check it. I think you should. But iron is an essential nutrient that helps the body form red blood cells and rely oxygen, right? It's the transport of oxygen in the blood and plays a role in metabolism and nerve function. So now, right now, this is very feature focused. Like, how does the benefit of that?
Okay. Yeah, because this is okay, because we above this section, we've kind of led purely with benefits. So now it's fine to go into your product features. You know, we always see this with things like electrical products. So let's say you're selling like an electric toothbrush. You know, people tend to bang on all the time, first and foremost, that it has a long battery life, that it has a patented mechanism in the head, so you get, you know, and it's not what sells the product. What sells the product is the result of the long battery life, that it lasts forever. It's the result of the flexible head, that it actually brushes your teeth to the extreme. Like, that's what you want to lead with. Now, below that, this is where we can go into our features. So the features of a vitamin, for example, are things like the ingredients. So we can be more feature heavy, but notice how even Jasper has spat out some beneficial words, energy, more function, metabolism. So it's still giving us that kind of really good description, but we can go a bit more kind of geeky and into the features on this section. It's, we've taken them through that interest of the benefits. Now it's about the feature. So that's perfect for iron. I'm going to fill that one in. If you could generate one for ginger, that would be great, please.
Sure.
This is amazing how this bit of kit can just spit this out. So cool.
Yeah, it's like having an assistant there I can just tap on. Who's a total nerd and read the internet and just be like, hey,
I know like obviously
thing.
we're explaining everything we're doing in detail, but like this just shows how quickly you can build out a really high converting product page. Cool. So we got a really good one for ginger. That's perfect. I'll fill this one in. And then last but not least, please, Austin, is zinc. And these are all featured in our Jasper Vit, which, by the way, we'll have a discount on at the end of this workshop. Me and Austin are going to start putting this into production. Perfect. Love it.
So what I could do here, like this is like super long, right? So Jasper hasn't been asked, like it's not following any framework. That's what's really cool about this is, it's not based on a lot of training. You're actually just like circumventing us and going straight to the AI and giving it commands. So you can literally like come up with, give me a tweet in the voice of Jerry Seinfeld. Like it can do that, right?
Crazy.
So anyway, what I could do here is go like this and do like a content improver to make it a little bit better, maybe in our tone of voice of fathers. And, it'll make it a little bit shorter, concise, nice, read, higher readability, more entertaining. Cool. I really like the way this one reads. Now you shorten it up for the landing page.
I'll take it just for the page. So let's go into the immune system. That's perfect. If I share my screen again, I'll implement these over. Cool, guys. Thanks for your...
This is like real time.
I know it's you've got to be patient for us switching our screens and stuff, but hopefully we're giving some value and showing you exactly how you can utilize Jasper to really increase your conversion rates. So again, on the feature headline, we don't just want to say features. Okay, you should never just have like a one-word headline. Let's go into a bit more detail. So let's use something like jam packed with key ingredients, nutrients to skyrocket, buzzwords, your health. Okay, so something like that. Again, if I had more time, I'd kind of come up with something a little bit punchier, but it's all about using those kind of buzzwords, skyrocketing. And again, just to talk about kind of those kind of words, when it comes to any kind of call to action, you really want to use those kind of buzzwords. Get mine now, grab mine now, now is so crucial. And all these things will increase your conversion rate.
Yeah, so David Ogilvy says the two most important words in advertising is now and free. So whenever you can use one of those two in your headlines or in your copy, please do.
There we go. Cool. So from the top, guys, we're nearly there. We're nearly down through our interest section. We're going to hit the desire section in the AIDA framework, and then we're going to go to that all-important call to action. But we're nearly ready for market. We're nearly ready to take Jasper Vit to market. Everyone on this workshop is going to get some shares in our company. It's going to be super exciting. So we have our really cool value proposition above the fold. We have that transformation in our interest section. We've now stuffed it full of benefits. We told people the benefit before we then get into those all exciting features that are going to skyrocket my health. That transformation, that end goal. We're constantly talking about what these people are going to get out of this product. We've now gone into detail about the amazing ingredients that are inside our multivitamin, and then we hit them with some desire. So this is all about getting people to desire our product, with testimonials. So this section could include videos, it could include case studies, reviews, testimonials. And Austin, if you can just get to work, I think Jasper can do this on producing some testimonials for our product. But I'm going to talk to you first and foremost about the key elements you need to have when you're posting testimonials in your testimonial section. Okay, there's several elements that people forget and several elements that you need to have on this section in order for it to convert. One is an image. I am sick of seeing Shopify and WooCommerce plugins that are review plugins that don't have images on them. It's crazy. The amount of reviews that people get on their product pages without images or use product reviews without images is nuts, and it flat out kills your conversions. You are 3-4x times more likely to convert someone if you have an actual picture of that person utilizing your product. Now, a lot of people will say, well, how do I get product image reviews for my product? I can't do it. You know, people won't do it. Just incentivize them. If you have a list of previous buyers, go and email them out, offer them a 50% off coupon, offer them a free product in return for a picture of them with your product. You know, just like Austin is here with our Jaspervit in the pub, instead of a pint, he chose to get our vitamins down, and what a man. That's going to convert so much more. Okay, so number one is a real image. Number two is calling out a testimonial, and I'll show you this when we post the testimonials in, but calling out a highlight of the testimonial. So if someone mentions that it boosted their health, let's call it out at the top, because people are lazy. People don't read long paragraphs. People don't want to read through long testimonials. So let's put it and shove it in front of their faces. Let's just give it to them raw at the top. Having these 5 stars on each review will increase your conversion rate. So again, if you're looking at the reviews on your product pages right now and you don't have either 5 stars, just guys, it's simple. Use the emoji if you want. Just use the 5 emojis or Trustpilot icons. I'm going to give you all these images at the end, as I said, but having them repeated below each review, it's really going to increase your conversion rates. Most importantly is your review. Keep it to 1 to 2 paragraphs, no longer. And then lastly, first and second name. Okay. Some of the apps, again, will blur out that second name, but having a second name is so much more believable and higher converting than just having one name. So we've got Party Austin in the bar, we've got Ice Austin up here, and we have Helicopter Austin. I'm guessing you're in a helicopter here. Sorry, I stalked your Facebook account. I do apologize. But these are the really important elements. And again, instead of just having a boring title that just says testimonials, reviews, utilizing something like this will let hundreds of happy customers do the talking, converts way better. So Austin, if you would mind,
yeah, so I have a few notes on this, by the way, to enrich what you've just said. In the headline, include an exact number. So we do this in our marketing. We'll say, you know, trusted by 63,842 customers, to, and then their short transformation to have more energy to play with kids.
Perfect.
Right, in this example. Just like real quick, like all these other people are getting exactly what you want. Here's 3 examples. And again, all of this, by the way, like, we're assuming a lot. We're assuming that you already have customers. We're not here to like create fake ones. I'm not here to like create a fake number. It's just, this is a fake product. So all of this, like, with ethical intention. The 3 testimonials here, Oliver is right. I've A/B tested this. Don't just include the quote. So a lot of people will only do the quote there. You must also have the number of stars, and then you also should have a headline to their quote that's like 3 words to 5 words at most, that basically summarizes what the quote was about. Now, for funsies, I'm going to use Jasper to create these, but this is not a business strategy. All right. So in this example, just to show you another template, is the creative story template. And this is fun for when you want to like embellish facts. If you want to, if your testimony, and this is often how testimonials work, is you'll say, hey, customer, I want to feature you on our website. Can you just like give me a brief, like just type responding to this email, how has your life changed? Then you take that, you put it in here as the plot, generate, and that's going to take this and then give it nuances and in flavor. And then you respond to your customer with, your critiqued, edited form that you're ready to publish on your site and say, hey, did this summarize what you're looking for? Is this okay to publish? And you get their permission. Cool. So, anyway, like this is really fun to play with. You have 1,000 characters on this one. So if you give it a big plot, it can actually do some really interesting, creative ways. As a father of 3 young kids, Tim, and so here I could even do first person perspective. So now instead of talking about Tim, it's saying me. Like it's going to be in the tone of voice of Tim. And if I put Tim's name in here, it's because it's saying, it's creating a name, Tim, John, as examples. So now I said first person perspective. Here it is. Jasper's going, I used to feel so tired all the time. I was eating a pretty balanced diet, but there were some nutrients I wasn't getting enough of.
So cool.
So I talked to my doctor to take a multivitamin. Boy, was that the difference that it made. Not only did I get more energy, I also had more fun playing with my kids. We'd go on long walks and hikes and even played sports together. So, and then I would include like our product. So there you go. Pretty amazing. And I would just go and respond back to our father customers, Mr. Tim. Does this look like it is, summarizes your experience with our product?
Cool. I'm going to utilize that now. So if I share my screen again, I'll just show you how this should be shown on your landing page.
Cool.
Thank you. So there we go. Cool. So this is, as I said, how this should be displayed. I'm going to do it here just so I can bold things. So notice how I've called the key statement out of the testimonial and put it up top. So I got more energy and had more fun with my kids. Okay, that's really, really important. But not only that, I'm going to go one step further and I'm going to bold the key phrases within the testimonial below. So more energy. Perfect. That's the perceived benefit. Fun playing with my kids. Again, a really cool benefit of that product. So just see, like straight away, this versus this, just see how it pops so much more. Okay. For the people that are lazy, and most of us are, we've just summarized in big, bold letters above the testimonial exactly, we pulled it out so people will read it. We then reiterated the 5 stars. There's a trust element here with using Trustpilot icons. We've then put a snappy, short paragraph of text, but we've also, for people, again, like myself, who are lazy, who will just skim over this paragraph, we bolded those key phrases. We put a first and second name, and we have a real authentic picture. Okay, so this is exactly how your testimonial should look. I'm going to hit save. We're not going to fill all these in because I know your time is valuable today. We're going to move on to the last 2 sections. So in between our desire section, it's probably take a while to publish, but in between our desire section and our action section, which is the very last section, we want to include FAQs. So let me just refresh this so we can see this testimonial. Look how much that pops compared to this, okay? Plain text, rubbish, bolding those key phrases, pulling out the key phrase at the top. It's just going to convert way, way more, okay? So now we go into FAQs. So in between desire and action in that AIDA framework, we want to include FAQs. FAQs work wonders. A lot of people don't use this. So Austin, if you can maybe get this loaded up, I'm pretty sure Jasper has it. What doesn't Jasper have? But a lot of people don't include FAQs on their landing pages. And it's a big tick for us. The best thing you can do is take a look at your customer support. And if you outsource it, or you have a member of the team, or if you just manage it yourself, note down the top 5 to 10 most recurring questions that you get asked on your products and put them in your FAQs. Now we're going to do a bit of fun and let Jasper hopefully generate some for us today, but I would be pulling them out and putting them in your landing page, because all you want to do in this section is stop people from leaving your landing page because they have a question or an excuse not to buy your product in their head. So we don't want, although we might put in our footer a contact link, although we might put a phone support link, we don't want any of that. We want people to conveniently just buy our product, our vitamins, rebuild them, get our lifetime value up without having to answer a phone or an email. How do we do it? Well, we answer any unanswered questions on this page. Now, we're going to look at what Jasper generates here, but just as a rule of thumb for e-commerce, 2, 3, or 4 of these questions should be about convenience of delivery. How do they order it? Can they return it? How long does it take? And is there a guarantee? That's typically what people want to know. The other 3 to 4 questions should be specific about your product. And of course, if this is a more detailed product that needs more explanation, or it's hard to set up, or the barrier to using it is a lot harder, then you're going to have more questions. But try and keep it concise. Try and keep it 5 to 10 questions. But FAQs are a must. I didn't figure out how to do this, by the way, just an extra tip. I didn't figure out how to do this on Pagefly, but if you can, always collapse by default the first FAQ. So what that means is when I scroll down this page, if I've just loaded it, I shouldn't have to click to get the answer, because this gives people indication that you can then expand them. Let's see what we can do on Jasper. I'm putting you on the spot here, Austin. I know.
Yeah.
But,
so
such an amazing.
Jasper doesn't necessarily have like FAQ specific questions. We actually created this one as engaging questions for social media to engage with your audience. I think that we might be able to get some cool results here. Before I do this, I do want to bring up a cool website called Answer the Public. And this is a tool that like you can put, I'm gonna just put here, anything about your product for fathers. And then it's now going and searching like the most commonly asked questions in forums and things like that.
Wow, cool.
And you can then like visualize what's out there in the market being asked. So this is also great for like your content calendar. Here's like all your headlines for your TikTok videos for the next year. So, and they're not all accurate exactly, but they are broken down into the who, what, where, and where, how, etc. So, I'm looking around here. So there's a lot are like for kids. I don't know. A longer prompt might have created better examples here, but just as another tool in your tool belt, I wanted to bring them up.
Love it.
Sweet. All right. So let's generate some engaging questions. I might want to expand upon this is for an e-commerce FAQ page. Do you prefer gummy? See, this is like what you would use for market research and sentiment. More accurately on this pricing page, on this product page, I would go with what Oliver said. This is just like 2 other tools in your back pocket for if you want to create engaging questions with your audience.
Perfect. That's cool. I'm actually going to fill this in now just on the fly so you can get an idea of what I would include. So let me just switch back, share my screen again, and we can just finish this off. And then we can get to a QA and those all important free gifts for you guys as well.
Actually, real quick, I'm going to share one other thing is not only do we have engaging questions, we also have answers. So we made this for Quora. If you want to respond to questions on Quora, this is a really good way. Now, this could also be your answers to your FAQ questions. This could also be questions in customer success or customer support as a ticket. You can include that information here. So let's say that you're trying to whip up a bunch of different ideas on how to respond to something. Use this tool. All right. Screen's yours, Oliver.
Thank you very much. Let's finish that section off. So I've just filled in a few of the FAQs. As I said, these are kind of very generic to an e-com product. Typically, it's how do you order? What's your return policy? People always want to know that. Where do you ship? So where are you shipping? Is it just in the States? Is it England? Me and Austin are taking Jaspervit global, but so we might put in here that we ship globally. How often do you take the vitamin? So again, we're now going product specific, anything that you think. And another great test for this is take your product or your software or service to 10 random people that don't know too much about it. It might just be 10 friends, and have them write down 5 to 10 questions that they want to ask about your product that isn't clear on your website. And you'll soon come up with these repetitive questions that you need to stuff inside your FAQs that's going to stop people clicking away from your page, having a question in their mind that stops them from buying. And it's a super powerful way of doing things. So that's your FAQ section. It lives between your desire section and your action section. We're going to go back to our landing page and scroll to the bottom. And this is, again, another thing that people get wrong. Now, what a lot of people do, and I always refer to this as it's like a film. So imagine you're in a cinema, you've just paid good money and you've spent a lot of time watching a film, and you get to the end of the film and you're so hooked and intrigued, and there's no ending. It just shuts off. Like it shuts off three quarters of the way through the film. Like you're going to be pissed off, right? You're going to be asking for a refund. You're going to be annoyed. You're going to click through. You're going to go watch a better film that has an ending. It's the same on your product pages. It's the same on all of your pages. If you take someone through a journey and put it into context, guys, you are lucky if people scroll to this section. If any of you have ever used heat map softwares or had a look into tracking softwares, no, the amount of people that actually reach this bottom of your page is somewhere around typically average kind of like 5%, if that. Now, following our framework, we'll get that higher. 100% it will. We can get people scrolling through our pages following this framework that I'll just cover one more time. But if you are lucky enough to get people down here, give them the one clearest call to action that they can take to go and purchase your product. So make sure you repeat that call to action from above at the bottom of your page. Again, you'll see here, and these are all included in our swipe files, guys, that I'm going to give you at the end of the webinar, but just instilling a bit more trust. If you can get these above the fold, really good as well. This is another form of trust. But that's pretty much it. I just want to run quickly through a quick snapshot of the whole page. Like I said, we've got some wicked gifts to give away. I'm happy to do some QA, but I want to just give you one clear overview. So above the fold, we have those key elements. We have an image, we have a strong value proposition, we have a strong call to action, we have social proof, and we have trust. Moving down the fold into the interest section, we take them through a transformation. So it's how do they order? How is it conveniently getting to me? And how do I benefit? Okay, that's the transformation. Then we peak their interest further in that interest section with benefits. Jasper has come up with some incredible high converting benefits for us to go and sell our multi-vit products. So we tell them all about the perceived value of the product and how it benefits them, not how the ingredients or features are so good. Now we can go into ingredients, features, how does the benefit work? Well, this is the back end of the benefit. This is why it works. So we can then pitch our features. This is still in the interest section. Boom, now we smack them with that desire. Case studies, testimonials, reviews. Remember, on your testimonials, you need to call out the testimonial. You need a real product image. You need to reiterate those stars. You need to bold key phrases, and you need a first and second name. Then it's an FAQ. What do we put in this FAQ section? Well, everything that our consumer has in their head. Sorry, this hasn't been published. Everything that our consumer has in their head before they exit our page without buying. We need to answer those questions. And then bang, they've got to the end of the film. They want to see the end. They want to check out. Let's give them a clear call to action. Let's get them to take action. And let's go ahead and give them that clear call to action at the end of the page.
That's brilliant.
Okay,
guys, raise your hand if give him a round of applause. This is just such a fantastic training.
Thank you so much. So I'm really happy to get into some QA. I just want to quickly talk about a couple of exclusives that we've kind of worked out for you guys. Feel free to take a screenshot of this. I'm sure Austin will probably email these out as well, because I don't want you to miss the QA section as well. But we have put together, as I said, everything that's on that landing page as far as graphics, all the little selling fast icons, the trust icons, the Trustpilot icons. And we're also going to include a ebook, the top 10 conversion principles, and we've stuffed it into a free gift for you. You can get that by going to getconversionwise.com/Jasper. And just to kind of inform you all, we do have an academy, a training that's full of, as I said, this is just a snapshot of what we train on. It will cover everything to do with how to build high converting funnels, pages, advertorials, pre-sales, lead generation, e-com. It has high converting wireframes. more and more swipe files, weekly calls, office hours. Austin's even in there himself, and you can grab a $1 trial exclusively by going to jasper.ai/wise. I would love to see some of you in there. But for now, I'm going to take a swig of my water, sit back, because I get quite enthusiastic and energetic about this stuff because I'm so passionate about it, because it gets results. And if there's any questions, Austin, I would love to answer them.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, so it looks like some people are saying that one of the websites is not working, so I'll follow up with this.
Okay.
It's the one to get the free gift. Getconversionwise.com/Jasper.
Let's check it out. Getconversionwise.com/Jasper. Okay, seems like it's working for me.
Go ahead and give it another shot in the future, y'all. But yes, so thank you for putting together some free gifts for them. And then also, I do recommend their membership. You get a $1 free $1 trial today. If you're very interested in conversion, like increasing conversions, who is this perfect for? Your membership?
Honestly, it's very cliche to say everyone, but can I just like quickly walk you through? I'll show you exactly what you get.
Yeah, show me around.
So this is our academy. Like I say, you get instant access to all of this. It is a monthly membership, just to be very upfront and transparent, but we are constantly adding value. So as soon as you sign up, you'll get direct access to this. We have a full training, like I said, on everything conversion rate. So not just what we've covered in this workshop. We go fully into the basics of conversion design, foundations of how you build a high converting offer or product. We touch on the design blueprint. So we cover everything here, everything that we've gone through in the webinar and more, how to lay out your pages. Every single thing that we teach has a video as well as supporting documents. We also talk about development, which is a really big part of increasing your conversion rates. Copywriting, of course, we feature Jasper in there. Of course we do. It's an amazing bit of kit that we use internally here as well. And leveling up your conversion game, which is super important. Talking about subscriptions, bundling, increasing your average order value. But this is just a small snapshot. You then have access to bonuses. So we've created that conversion rate checklist, which is our internal blueprint that we've been using for the last 10 years. So you can get direct access to the checklist, download it now, keep it up open next slide your pages and tick off all the different things that you need to be building to increase your conversions. We have a whole guide section that I'm constantly adding to. You can check the dates here. I dropped one in yesterday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday. So everything we discover is being dropped in here as well, as it's an ever-changing game. Design swipe files. So all the graphics you're going to get on that free gift page, but also you're going to get access to all of these swipe files as well that we consistently add to. High converting wireframes, so product page wireframes, advertorials, home pages, you name it. We tell you exactly how to lay things out.
The answer to your question here is that you have to have the www in front of it.
Sorry, my mistake.
So yeah, it's all good. Just I'm gonna answer this live here. So how do I do this? I put it in the chat. Y'all should be able to access the chat there. So go to www.conversionwise.com/Jasper, and you'll be able to get that $1 trial, access all the conversion trainings that Oliver has put together, community, assets, so many great stuff in there.
We also have this buzzing community as well. So 230 people inside there today already, communicating, helping each other, sharing wins. We've been actually active for only 4 weeks, and we've already seen some incredible results. You know, people here, 100% uplift, 12.7% uplift, huge increase from 15 to 40%, 174% increase in conversion rates. This guy, Ollie, had 148% increase in conversion rates, adding $9,500 per month to his business. So yeah, it's jam stuff full of stuff. And I'd love to see some of you guys in there, but make sure you can grab that free gift as well. So to get that free gift, it's www.getconversionwise.com/Jasper. And the free trial is exclusive to Jasper members, is out on jasper.ai/wise. Hopefully that works this time.
No doubt. Well, everyone, that's our time. It's been such a pleasure doing this training with you, Oliver. And everybody raise your hand, give him one more round of applause for taking his time to create literally a catered training for the Jasper audience. That is no small feat. It takes a lot of work, a lot of effort. So I appreciate you really personalizing this training for the crowd. And I'm glad that you all got to learn how to use Jasper to help optimize your workflow for writing this copy, and onwards and upwards to high converting product pages.
Let's do it. Thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it.
No doubt. All right, y'all. If you have further questions, we'll continue in the comments section in the Facebook group, along with this training on YouTube. So I'll send out the training along with this links later today. Talk to you all soon. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.